Hi, I'm Dr. Gary Ginsberg, toxicologist for the Connecticut Department of Public Health. You may have heard recent news stories about cancer in soccer goalies playing on artificial turf fields. The concern raised in the stories is that the turf fields contain crumb rubber from recycled tires, potentially exposing players to toxic chemicals typically contained in rubber. So then how safe can it be for children to play sports on this type of field? Well, that's the question that we asked when we did the 5-field study across Connecticut in 2010. We put monitoring devices on soccer players, testing for chemical vapors and particles coming off these fields under summer conditions, active play. And we found very little that could be inhaled by athletes while they were playing on these fields, barely detectable than background. Our methods were sensitive as we found chemicals in the air of the one indoor field we tested, but the outdoor fields are weathered by the sun and the rain and are diluted by the breeze, and so there is very little exposure or risk at these outdoor fields. What about ingestion of the crumb rubber pellets? This has been addressed by studies conducted by the state of California and by Rutgers University. Both research groups found that very little gets released from the pellets under the harsh acid conditions of the stomach. Getting back to the soccer goalies, the claim of a link to cancer from an epidemiology study is not from an epidemiology study. It is not part of a surveillance program, and there is no exposure or risk analysis associated with these stories. Given the monitoring data and related evidence against there being a risk at these fields, the reports of cancer cases in soccer goalies does not change our conclusion on the safety of such fields. Please go on to read the remainder of the Hahn message below, and if your questions are not fully answered, then please give us a call here at the Connecticut Department of Public Health.